Hello everyone and welcome back to the Keep Productive YouTube channel. It is Francesco here and today we will be interviewing the Notion co-founders, both Ivan Zhao and Simon Last. So we will be interviewing them today. The first one will be Ivan and Roman, who is one of the illustrators at Notion, lovely chap, and then followed by Simon's interview as well. So you can listen to what Notion are working on right now, also a bit about their plans for the future, and I guess their values and brain around what is happening with Notion at the moment. So I hope you enjoy this feature. Feel free to leave some comments and enjoy. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you guys super duper soon. Cheers. And today I'm at the Notion offices with Ivan, the CEO of Notion. It's good to have you here. Well, it's good to have me here.
Thanks for coming.
No, thank you. This is my actual first ever interview in person, so
wow,
it's weird to do a different format.
So all your interviews are done in remote, virtual?
Yeah, most of them are done like over Zoom, so it's so different to something like this.
You can go to another room, then we can Zoom it if you want.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. And obviously you've been working very hard, all of the team, and it's quite nice to visit here and see all the guys in person. We actually have Roman here, who does all the brilliant illustrations, which is quite weird because when I came in, I was like, who's who? Because the illustrations are hard to, you have to match everyone up.
Yeah.
Why, you're criticizing me?
No, it's not. No, no, it's really nice. They're really brilliant pieces.
Brilliant robot.
Yeah.
Don't forget to mention it.
Yeah, I'll include it definitely. So Ivan, maybe for those who don't know who you are, feel free to introduce yourself.
I'm one of the co-founders of Notion, and I've been working on this for pretty much my entire mature adult life, and yeah,
it's good. And as your sort of role as CEO, what do you do day to day?
I would say we're transitioning from. Well, at least I'm transitioning from building Notion the product into building Notion the business, the company. Yeah. So that means a lot of recruiting, a lot of planning, a lot of the long-term business model part of the Notion. Yeah. But at the same time, still involved with the product design, the brand, and the marketing. Yeah.
Fantastic. And obviously, Notion's a very new concept, and obviously the productivity space has been around for a while. Maybe you could tell us like a brief outline of the story that you guys have been on.
I've been working on this for 6-7 years. So how it ties with me personally was I graduated college that year, and most of my friends are artists.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm the only tech person who can make websites.
Yeah.
And so I'm become the de facto web page portfolio builder for all my my artist friends who are graduating college at that time. And after working on a lot of websites for them, portfolio websites, like this doesn't make any sense. Those people are visual, they're creative. Yeah. They just don't have the tools to build to build for the web computing as a medium. So at that time I wanted to build the best web page builder. Yeah. But from looking into the history of tools, the history of web page, the web itself, we realized it's actually not as simple. There's a much grander and more meaningful problem behind it. It's most people can now modify the tools they use on their computers, and computer for them are just like appliances, like a toaster, a fridge. There's 20 buttons they can push, and that's it. Right? Yeah. And so from there, made me realize, why don't we build the tools that allows everybody to create their own tool, like own productivity tool, own thinking space, working space with their computer. Yeah. And that's the genesis of at least my personal path of getting how to create Notion.
Yeah. And how long have you been into the sort of art space? Was it the fact that you were with loads of artists at college that inspired you? Or?
I studied cognitive science.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And I minor in like photography.
Yeah.
Did a lot of visual art, and my girlfriend at the time was fashion designer, so it's like most of my friends are artists.
Yeah.
And, I wouldn't say they inspire me about Notion. It's the fact that I have to build portfolio websites for them, push me to think about the difference between people who can code, who can create software, like programmers, versus most people who cannot.
Yeah, that's it.
99% of people who use computers cannot create their own tools.
That's it, yeah.
They have to at the mercy of using a Notes tool created by Evernote designers, or a project management tool created by Trello designers and engineers. They cannot create their own version of it. Yeah. And,
you're almost like enabling people to do those things, which is quite exciting.
Right. The more romantic idea behind Notion is, what does the world looks like if everybody have the tool that perfectly fits their needs? If everybody can almost become a software maker without coding. Build their own perfect tools for whatever problem they have at hand, whether it means organizing their personal life, organizing their company life, team collaboration. I think this is arguably one of the most meaningful thing I can be working on.
Definitely, and that's what I've only seen from the videos that I've done and the community that have been around it, like the amount of use that people applied it. Like, I think some chap messaged me a couple of days ago. He's using it to track his heart rate and all the data around his heart, which is helping his health massively. And it's amazing to see those uses. I mean, it must be amazing for you to be able to see like the ridiculous and the most amazing ways people are using it.
It's kind of crazy how people use it. It's just it's not what we thought out to do initially. We're just trying to build a good tool that we didn't thought as specifically we're going to build a tool so other people can track their heart rate.
That's it,
We're more thinking, well, most people cannot have the perfect software to do what they want, for example, track their heart rate or whatever needs they are.
That's it,
And let's create a meta tool. So the second order effect is really important. It has to be a meta so people can create whatever their needs are, diabetic rate, heart rate, whatever they want to track, whatever they want to organize.
That's what's pretty amazing about it. And obviously, like Notion at the moment, you're a growing team, you're a growing product. Where do you see the company growing over the next, say, year or 2 years? What's your focus?
The focus for us is still the product. I would say we are at still a really early stage of being a complete, like realize what the potential of this direction of product can do. And we need to build out the team, build out the business to support it, but there's still so much to build in terms of like Notion 2.0, Notion 3.0, Notion 4.0.
That's going to be really exciting.
It's super exciting.
Definitely. And just as a rounding thing, what is your personal favorite Notion feature?
Wow.
There are so many.
What's my favorite? I actually use, I think this is not very well known. If you press Command / anywhere, you can bring up the / command menu. Just So actually, conceptually, the way we design Notion, I think some early HCI papers talk about this way of thinking about software is separate things between nouns and verbs. Each block in Notion, the little capsule of the content, it's a noun. So noun could be different types. Noun could be a text block. It's the most simple one. A bullet list. Even the entry in the table is a noun. Right? And every content is a noun. But then if you right click If you were press slash in any text, you bring up this action menu. Then those are the verbs you can apply to the nouns. And selection, if you select drag to multiple select, that means, okay, I want to apply the action to all those things I'm selecting, the blue box. Right? And so command and slash is essentially just bring up the verbs action you can apply to whatever nouns you're currently selecting. And it's a really quick way for me to think about, this is the thing, ideas, the files I'm capturing, I want to do something to them. Whether turn them into from bullet lists into checkboxes, from code block into normal text or something. Very handy.
Very definitely. Thank you for taking the time out to do this podcast. Do you have anything for the listeners to go away and do?
To do or
enjoy?
Well, I really appreciate. I think I think a lot of people in the Notion community are listening to this podcast. Where there's large overlap. I just want to say that I would really appreciate. Like Notion couldn't be built without early adopters like you guys. It's like, we feed on the feedback from you guys. We really take seriously every inbound message from the community and feed that into directly our product roadmap. And your support on Twitter and on social media. It's really appreciated. Thank you guys.
That's a nice message. Thank you, Ivan. And thank you everyone for listening along. And we'll have some more content here from the Notion offices very soon. So thanks very much and see you soon. How did that story begin?
How the story begin? Well, okay, so originally there was originally a third co-founder. This guy, Toby Schachman. And I met Toby on Twitter originally because we had a mutual interest in visual programming languages and kind of democratizing programming. So at the time I was obsessed with making visual programming environments for children. And Toby was kind of making like visual programming environments for artists. And so I was a fan of his. So we met on Twitter. And then I was out here for an internship in the South Bay. And within a couple hours of meeting Toby and Ivan had convinced me to quit the internship and to spend at least the rest of the summer working on Notion. And then a couple weeks after that, I decided to drop out of school. And I've been working on Notion ever since.
And go for it. And then you moved out to Japan, right? Is that the sort of time?
Oh, that was much later. That was a couple of years later.
A couple of years later.
Yeah. So there's a whole prehistory of Notion. In which, so I mean, in the early days, we didn't really know what we were doing at all. I mean, and Notion was much more of a research project than a company, really. All we were really working from was kind of a vague aspiration to like democratize programming, democratize computing in some way. And we built a few prototypes along those lines that weren't really good products, but were kind of interesting in some ways. And it took us a long time to narrow in on kind of documents, wiki, all the more practical, sort of the practical business focus of it.
It was like more of a passion project that is now turned into something that it is a lot more than it was when it started. Simon's day-to-day work is mainly on product.
When people come to our office, they often say that it's simultaneously relaxed, but also very intense. And I really like that contradiction. I think it kind of sums up a lot about us. We're very relaxed and open and comfortable with each other, but also, very focused on what we're trying to accomplish. And, even though we have an open office, sometimes it's like a library in here because we're all, drilling away at what we're trying to accomplish.
I've noticed that. I think that's good though. That's healthy for work anyway. And how do you use Notion in sort of organizing your own personal life? Do you use it in that situation?
I use the web clipper probably 20 times a day. On my phone especially. Whenever someone tells me about something in a conversation, I try to actually write it down. Otherwise, it just slips out of your mind. So I have a database for movies, links, books, video games to play, and I have kind of a personal brain database where I just keep all my notes.
Yeah, brilliant. And so with the movies one, you clip a lot of IMDb then?
Yes, actually, Rotten Tomatoes is better, but yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, it is, yeah.
The image is a clip a bit nicer from Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And have you yet to find someone out in a coffee shops or in San Francisco or anywhere that is using Notion?
Yeah, it's been happening more and more. It happens all the time these days.
Yeah.
Which is very strange.
Freaky?
Very freaky, yeah. I'm still not really used to it yet. Yeah.
But that's nice though.
Still getting used to that. It's obviously great to see something that you've built actually be out in the world.
Oh, definitely. And Ivan spoke a lot about the sort of future of Notion. How do you see Notion growing in the future?
Mm-hmm. Well, ultimately, we draw back from our original inspirations of the early computing pioneers like Engelbart, Alan Kay, Licklider, and we want to chip away at that big goal of augmenting the human intellect or democratizing computing and programming in some way, so that regular people can make computers actually do things for them.
Yeah.